What's up, what's up, what's up? Traxxas Mike coming at you today. Super happy today. I got some parts in the mail and I didn't have to feel for very long to figure out what it is. Xmaxx driveshaft. Let's see what we got in here for our $9.76. Ba-bam! And they even give you a new one of those. Okay, so let's get this baby put back together. Done with dry shaft issues. And while I'm at it, Spike, you've cursed me. Another rear inner bearing on the other side has went. Just when the dry shaft wet that day, I looked down and I could see the inner part of the race hanging on the axle shaft. So it's getting ready to come apart. So we're going to change that up too. So, but that's the price you pay for running them like I do. Literally running them hard and putting them away wet. Like that's, I don't know how much closer you can get to the term. Pop out the dry shaft without even having to pull the rear end off. Wow, look at that. When she let go, she let go. Yes, it's going. There's supposed to be a screw that holds, a bolt that holds that in to the rear end, I do believe. I'm going to put this new one in and just save the old one. It was fine. I had to go back and double check and look at everything here. I know that the drive cups, having this same spline and type of design of spline, that it has a screw. I hope you can see that. Now, if you go to the drive shaft, nowhere does it show a bolt going into it. So maybe I was wrong. And now that I look at it, yeah, it's not counterboard to hold a socket head cap screw. So yes, it does not take a screw there. This broken drive cup is a prime example of what the difference is. See, now a socket head cap screw right here is where the counterbore would have been machined into it, allowing that head to be totally recessed in the hole. God had me thinking, looking at this one, there was no counterbore for the drive shaft spline. But yeah, as far as everything goes, it's the same spline on the drive shaft as they have on the axle drive cups. Now my dad always called those Jesus clips. The type of clip that snaps on or inside of something. You know, we've always called them Jesus clips, because when you're putting them together, taking them apart, one goes ping and you say, oh Jesus, where did that go? This one, I didn't move. I felt it hit my foot, luckily. That one's still looking pretty good. I guess it ain't looking pretty good. It's functioning. Ooh, those pins are sitting there good.
All you have to do is give it a little bit of penetrating oil, and then move it.
There we go. As soon as I started flexing it up and down, I could already see the pin starting to extrude from the side where the camera wasn't poking, but I still couldn't pull it out. But then I was able to grab the vice grips on it and pull it out. I didn't know if I should take off this bottom or if I could just hinge it out enough. But I'm going to take the whole thing out. It don't take but just a few more seconds to take it apart, and that way I can put the hub in a vise or something if need be. Really take a look at the shape of things. Now that one slid out really nice and easy. All right. Common wear there. I mean, looks rusty and crap, but you know how I treat them. All right, yep, just one inner bearing. And we keep those in stock here at the My RC Life compound. We need to make sure we get all of the old bearing out of everything. Now the inner, you should be able, because nothing can come all the way off unless you unless your axle comes out of the drive cup. So all parts of that bearing should be on there, unless you've run it so long that this metal breaks and it falls off. But your inner race and your outer race should be there. There's my inner. Now I haven't found my outer, so it means it's still in here. And sometimes it can almost look like it's plastic, just because the plastic's dirty and so is the metal. And you know, to an untrained eye that didn't know much about this, they might just try to shove their bearing in there. And you know, obviously they'd probably figure it out eventually that stuff don't fit right and yada, yada, yada. I like to get like a little pick tool. Get back there behind the race. Be careful not to poke yourself. There's that outer race. Now I just got to get this inner race off from this aluminum guy here. Off of this aluminum hub here. Now what I usually do is the same type of deal. Get something back in there behind it. So you could try to do something like this, but usually they don't come off that easy, you know. What usually works for me on these, specifically on these Xmaxx ones, is a precision screwdriver. And just start it with that. As you can see, I started with the precision screwdriver, and now I was able to start with this, and I'm getting this in there now. Now you can see, if you look close enough, right here is a big gap. Now as I roll it, back here the gap's smaller. That's where you want to swat it with a hammer next. Now look, see that gap got a lot bigger. So I just keep doing that 180 degrees at a time. Now all I'm doing is just putting the screwdriver in here, turning it, you hear it click. That's the moving sound. You can hear it before you can see it. Finally it comes off. You can use your Dremel or just something like this. A lot of times on aluminum I like to use something like this so you don't take off too much, because then you affect the fitment of your bearings. But you can see where it has mushroomed over to that hole where that pin goes through. But hey, it'll hold the pin in a little better. Alright, that's all we're trying to do. Let's clean that up a little bit. It's never going to look perfect, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, this is just going to slide on. Probably going to be a little bit tight. Just like that. Alright, slide our outside bearing on there. Alright, you're going to line this up. Empty deal there. Alright guys, Xmaxx is back together, so you know what that means. Time for a winter blast. And we just got stacked on. That snow was freshly, you know, wiped off the top because I walked out there or whatever. But yeah, we got another fresh 4 to 6, I would say. And that's a little, it's got like 35 degrees the next day. So a lot of it kind of squashed down. It was way more than that initially. So, alright guys, test run to come. I'm Traxxas Mike from my RC Life, and I'll see you later.